All right, guys. I've taken y'all some grocery stores, but I've never taken y'all to this local store that we have in our town. We don't shop here too much because even though the name of it is Thrifty Food Center, it's not very thrifty. So let's go in here and check it out. Let's see what their meat prices are all about. I'll get back with you when we get inside. I'll try not to film the floor too much like I always do. How long has it been since y'all saw one of these? Even though it don't have the phone in it. Haven't seen a payphone in forever. Well, guys, y'all remember what the avocado prices were the other day? They were 79 cents a piece. These are 25 cents a piece. I went ahead and got 4 of them, a couple of dollars worth. Eight of them, I mean. The turmeric root is $7.99. Garlic is $4.99 a pound. Bananas are 59 cents a pound. I don't think I've ever actually seen them put apples up here like this. They're usually in bags. $1.59 for those. The galas are $1.29 a pound. Fuji apples, $1.49. I don't think I've ever seen a Fuji apple. Oh, I'm sorry. Those are plums. Pears and smitten apples. They have an onion. It's my absolute favorite onion in the whole world. And I'm gonna see if they have it here. I do like red onions too. It depends on what it is. I like yellow onions on certain things. But these are Texas sweet onions. They're sweet, but they're not as good as the onions I like. I do not see them. Sometimes they have them and sometimes they do not. Can anybody guess what kind of onion it is I'm looking for? It's an onion you can almost eat like an apple. I mean, it's still an onion, but it's a pretty sweet onion. Sweeter than the Texas sweets. Those new potatoes are huge. They don't look very new to me. Sweet potatoes are big too. There's some bacon potatoes. Now, these are good for making baked potatoes. Have you all ever cooked a potato in the microwave? I have. You gotta poke holes in it first, because it will explode in the microwave if you don't. Ask me how I know. Bread is $2.25. Here's some 99-cent bread. I've always buy the cheap bread, but this diet does not allow me to have bread, so I literally have not had bread in a few weeks. This stuff right here, I don't know quite what it is. It's kind of a Mexican seasoning that you can put on fruit, like watermelon, and remember the barbecue corn that I made? It's good on that. And let's see what these are over here. Red potatoes, $3.99 a pound. Butter tasting potatoes, $4.99 a pound. Red potatoes down here, $4.99 a pound. Let's see here. Peanuts. If you want to take the time to shell all the peanuts, I bought some raw peanuts I'm going to plant underneath Teresa's she shed in the sand. They seem to do really good under buildings, like at the edge where the sunlight barely gets them. And you can get a lot of peanuts like that. Take them out and roast them and make homemade peanut butter from your fresh grown. And that's what I need to do, another video of homemade peanut butter. I love homemade peanut butter, and it's so easy. And I actually got some beets in the truck I brought home from my daughter's house that Teresa canned. Here's the salad stuff. I'm already up to 5 minutes. I'm trying to make this short. Let me tell y'all something about these right here, asparagus. A lot of people don't like asparagus, and I used to not like asparagus. I've grown to like it over the years. I will put it on the barbecue pit and put it in a little tinfoil pan with some butter and some Tony Chachere's and some bacon on it. Now that is some fat corn, 4 for $1. Are these the yellow and white corns? Let's see. Yes, they are. That's first time I ever had that corn. I was working out of town, out of state, up in Ohio, and they called it candy corn, and it was sure sweet. I'm so glad they finally made its way down here. Also on these Brussels sprouts, these gigantic Brussels sprouts. Look how big those things are. It's like, feels like 2 of them in there. Also in a pan on the barbecue pit, some butter and some bacon and just a little Tony Chachere's of salt and pepper. And it's really good. There's some big gigantic cans of beans. If y'all ever get those, y'all see the prices: $7.99, $5.99 for the tomato sauce. Oh man, I love beets. $5.79. That's actually not a bad price. And I love spinach. I'm not a big fan of greens, but this brand right here, they season their greens, and it's actually really good. Oh, there's my favorite right there, spinach. It's $6.49 a can. I could probably sit and eat that half of that can. I know it's not good for me, I don't think, to sit there and eat like that, but it keeps you regular, folks. A lot of the canned beans here, there's not too many stuff that's picked through. Some of the corn is kind of picked through a little bit. I'm gonna pause y'all for a minute so I don't waste a whole lot of video, and we'll go walk around to the other side. The bags of beans and the rice do not look bad at all. So here is a 5-pound bag for $4.17, or a 25-pound bag for $13.99. You know, I don't know if y'all have ever had the Jasmani rice. Oh, here it is. I like it, but I like more of the way it smells when it's cooking. It just fills the whole house with an aroma that's just out of this world. These are another one of my favorite beans, large limas. In the South they call them butter beans. I like to put a ham hock in with them and just let them slow cook. And if y'all like homemade chili and ain't got time to mix up all the ingredients, the McCormick's original chili packet is really, really good. In Texas, we don't eat beans with our chili. A lot of people think it's a sin to put beans in your chili, and I really don't care for it. I mean, I'll eat it. It's not that bad, but I just don't care for it. I'll be right back. So here we are in the canned meats. Has anybody ever tried this? Pig's feet. I have, and I don't think it's that bad. I'm actually looking for the canned tamales. And I see the Hormel stuff, but I do not see Hormel canned tamales. Actually, you know what I want to look for? Reagan told me that we can have this stuff on our diet. I've never had it before, but I've seen it. And I bought some one time, but I was afraid to eat it. It's called hog head cheese. And I would think it would be here in the lunch meat section. I don't see it. So let me get right back with you. I'm going to go ask somebody if they have it. Well, I found it. Don't know if I'm going to like it. But Reagan loves it. I went ahead and got the $1.35 one. I guess I got to ask him how to cook it. I don't know how to cook it. But it seems, just the name of it sounds gross to me. Alright, we're almost in the meat section. Here's some sausage. 2 for $9. That seems that seems fair, I guess. It's not very much. Oh yeah, it is. No, it ain't. It's 2 pounds. So you get 4 pounds for $9. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Chapel Hill is $3.99 for 14 ounces. Smoked brats are $3.89 for a little package. Looks like 6 of them, maybe 7 of them in there. So, and here is some Cajun style boudin. If y'all never had boudin, y'all need to try it because this stuff is off the chain good. And it's also expensive. DJ's Reagan Benoit out of DeQuincy, Louisiana. What kind of boudin do you eat, bud? All the good boudin's made in Texas, they say. That'll get him fired up. All right, the meat looks good in this store. As advertised, our homemade sausage. So, this is their homemade sausage, and their homemade sausage is actually pretty good. There's 2 pork butts for $20. Pretty good size. Let me see what this is. It's $1.81. Pork neck bones. I guess you could put that in a soup or beans. Actually, the smoked ones, like this right here, smoked pork neck bones, that's excellent to put in a crock pot of beans and just let it slow cook all day long. Chicken breast, $1.49. What is this? This is turkey necks, $4.02. I wonder why turkey necks are expensive, because there's hardly any meat on them. I guess you can put it in with your seasonings as well, or whatever you're cooking. You have to pay extra for this big, folks. Some chili powder, salt and pepper, and garlic. $4.03 for 5 chicken halves. But you got to pay extra for it when they do that. Family pack thighs, 99 cents. I guess that's a pound. Yeah, that's a pound. Drumsticks, 99 cents. I bought some new flour that I can eat. I think it's called, it's flour made out of ground up nuts. So you can actually, I like taking these things. I got a rotisserie oven. Putting it on the rotisserie and let it cook for a few hours with it seasoned up. But if you can see, our meat section is good at this store. They're usually pretty expensive, but we haven't got to the hamburger meat yet either. Beef chuck steak, $6.17. Family pack of ribeyes, $25.34. This is a small steak. Eye of round, $5.99. They look pretty. nice and red. Some brisket. Fajitas. Be right back. All right, we're at the hamburger. 10 patties for $11.99. I guess that would be those. These are $3.39 a pound. Y'all remember when it was like $6 a pound, $7 a pound for hamburger during all the when the crisis first started? This kind of meat right here is good for stews or chili. And if you've never had oxtail, there's not a lot of meat on oxtail, but man, it sure is good. And it's good and expensive too. Also, Johnsonville Brats. I do not see the one that I like, but they got one called a beer brat. Beer brat brats. Those things are really good. And our store has, like if you want to make your own homemade sausage, they have the casings. And they have a reduced section here where the meat is, they need to hurry up and sell it. So here is New York strip steak. Still $7.99 a pound, $12.22. Let's see what else they got in here. This is stuff that if you buy, you got to go home and cook it. T-bone, $4.69. It's starting to turn a little bit, but it's still edible. Let's go check out their dairy. Some seafood. Let's see if they got anything in here that I can't live without tonight for supper. I'll be right back. I got me some imitation crab meat to put on my salad for tonight. Now let's check out their dairy. Now, y'all know that I'm on the keto diet. I'm not trying to preach it or push it down your throats. But when something comes out, the keto diet's going to have to be put on the back burner. And it is a dairy product that comes out usually in October, maybe November. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is, but can y'all kind of guess what it could be? I don't see any in here. Milk's not too bad. They got plenty of milk. We're at 17 minutes, guys. I'm going to have to, it's going to take me all night long to upload this video. But, as you can see, all the eggs are good. This is a small store, small town country store. And Milo's iced tea, never had it. They used to be more expensive than the other store, but it looks like I guess they're trying to be competitive with the other store. Oh man, I just see this stuff and my mouth just waters. Oh. And stay away from sugar-free diet ice cream. Ugh. And anything that says keto friendly, it is, I can't even tell y'all. Maybe y'all like it. I just thought it was horrible. There it is. Well, I thought it said keto on it. Maybe that one doesn't. I think it was Halo Top. Yeah, there it is. There's that nasty crap. Never again. I thank y'all for buying it for me when y'all, you know who I'm talking about, but don't buy it for me anymore. And actually, Bluebell has a sugar-free ice cream somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. All right, real quick. Anybody that's gonna barbecue some ribs, if you'll soak your ribs in this Barefoot Pink Moscato overnight in the refrigerator, then throw them on the pit with your seasonings. I have won awards doing that. We had a barbecue cook-off one time, and we won trophies doing that. You know, it cooks the alcohol out. So don't, if you're, you know, if you don't drink or anything like that, it just cooks the alcohol out. And why did I come down this aisle? God is tempting me. The devil is tempting me. Anyway, this leaves the flavor in the, I'll be right back, in the ribs. All right, last stop in the store. I usually check out this in every store. The canning jars. Nothing here. Some little ones right there. But we got some wide mouth lid bands. They got some bread and butter pickling spices, which is good. These are actually really good. Some lime, pickling lime. I am going to pickle some watermelon rind eventually, guys. But that is it. Tell your loved ones you love them. Hope you enjoyed this video. Tell your loved ones you love them, because you never know what tomorrow brings. I'm going to go out here with my little, what I needed to get. And I will chat with y'all later. Have a good evening.